My reflection and impression on the Web 2.0 applications. So, I think that they are definitely applicable in the classroom for any class that you have. And mainly, I would say like the upper level of grades, probably not so much for elementary students, but maybe whenever you start to get into that middle school grade level, it would definitely be great. I think that social networking would be good for not only the students to ask their teachers other questions that maybe they came up with after class or while they were doing homework, but also for students to connect with other students. For me, it always helped if I had a question, not only to go to a teacher, but to go to a classmate and just ask, how do you do this problem? Because everyone has a different way of learning and they have different ways of doing things, and not just one way is going to work for every student. So I think just using that social media to really help connect the students, connect the teachers in and out of that classroom. Using Facebook in the classroom, like creating a Facebook page or a Facebook group just for that class, would help so many students while they were doing their homework. It would keep students up to date onto like what you're going to do in class the next day or what you did in class that day, just to have a brief review of what was discussed, what was talked about. Also, sometimes like you miss a couple of words and it's important things that you're missing for that lesson. And so I definitely think like having that Facebook page would be great because once again, students can communicate through that Facebook page. Students and teachers can communicate through that Facebook page. It's public for everyone to see, and I don't think like you'd have to worry too much about getting in trouble with it. I know if a teacher ever did that in my like grade school time or even now, I would take huge advantage of it just because I forget things. Sometimes I forget when assignments are due. I forget what we went over in class. I forget, or I come up with different questions while I'm doing my homework. And so using that Facebook page to ask those questions or see, oh, I have this assignment due, that would be great. Using something like Khan Academy would be awesome just because they're going at their own pace for learning. They have explanations for things. It really I could see how it really would improve someone's scores on tests or scores on homework. And then blogs would be another great thing to use, like not in the classroom, but probably more so for out of the classroom, because either the teacher could post their own blog or they could find blogs that are educated related, and they would just it would help students better understand certain concepts. So the more tools and like Web 2.0 applications that we find can definitely we can make ways for them to enter our classrooms and be useful and really help the success rate of students. Then Web 2.0 could help connect students and help expand the tools that they have for studying and homework. So for the technology I use right now, I'm using my Math Lab and Hawks Learning. So those two are definitely great tools, and I love them because while I'm just not sitting there doing my homework on a piece of paper, which don't get me wrong, I love doing that, but at the same time using these different tools allows for me to be able to see instant feedback. And so if I get a question wrong or if I can't figure out what this question is saying to me or can't figure out how to do the problem, I can read the textbook or explain things to me, shows me different ways how to solve the problem, shows me the correct answer, shows me the correct way to solve it, and then gives me a problem just like it. So it's definitely very interactive, which I like and I need for my hands-on learning type of thing. But I definitely think that the continuing to find more Web 2.0 applications would be great, and then putting them in the classroom would be even better.